Hello and welcome back. It's puzzle time with Sudoku Sleuth, and we've got a fantastic puzzle ahead for us. Now, it's fantastic because we are returning to many series, I think, from Sandra and Nala, which I think we figured out over the course of these puzzles. Nala is Sandra's golden retriever. Now, the golden retriever clue was actually given by somebody in the comments. I don't remember that in the rule set. I do remember she's a dog. I just don't remember that she's a golden retriever, but I'm going with it, as you can see in this particular thing. Now, this particular puzzle has quite a bit of a story, and one that I'm trying to illustrate with this thumbnail, where essentially Nala is looking for her birthday gift, although I can't imagine Sandra is that careless where there are literally birthday gifts littered all over the place that Nala can so easily find. But let's take a look at the words about this story that pulls it all together. So we have, and I appreciate this is going to be a little bit difficult to read given the font size. So just remember that the rules are going to be in the description down below, as will the story in case you want to read that as well. But let me give an attempt at orating this for you. It has to be somewhere, right? Nala knows that she will get something for her birthday and secretly searches in all the rooms. She hates to wait until her birthday for the gift reveal. Will she find her present, or is it hidden well enough? Now imagine that we're going to, as we uncover this fog of war grid, we're going to find a gift somewhere and we're going to help Nala find her birthday present a little bit early. So, what are the rule sets to help us along with this journey? We've got normal Sudoku rules apply, so that means the digits 1 to 9 in every row, every column, and every 3 by 3 box. Yep, we know what those are. Let's see what else. Digits in a dashed cage must sum to the value in the top left corner of the cage. Digits may not repeat within their own cage. Now, we can only see one cage at the moment, so there may be others as we unveil this fog. These 4 cells essentially have to add up to 10, and the clue here is the 10 in the top left corner. The sequence of digits along a palindrome line read the same from both directions. Each palindrome has its own color and lines of the same color are connected. I can't even demonstrate that without having to solve the puzzle a little bit, but maybe what I can do is pretend there is a palindrome just like that. I don't even know if that's a possible palindrome, but all it says is essentially it's meant to read the same forwards and backwards. So these 2 digits will have to be the same. These 2 digits will have to be the same, and clearly this is not quite right, but these 2 digits will have to be the same. So just pretend it's a working palindrome, even though this particular one isn't. And the other thing that she's highlighting in the rule set is that there are going to be multiple palindromes. They all have their own color. And the important clue that we're given here is that the same color are connected. So let's imagine, for example, that there's a bit of green in here. If we happen to find a green on the other side, we know through this fog of war that somehow these palindromes are connected, and that in fact these 2 cells, which clearly isn't possible, are the same, even though they're in the same box. So that's something to remember, is that especially as we unveil this fog of waters, we're going to probably find corners of palindromes, and we're going to have to actually use that as part of our solve. Let's see what else. Numbered rooms. Yeah. So numbered rooms, clues outside the grid indicate the digit which has to be placed in the nth cell in the corresponding direction, where n is the first digit. So she gives an example here, but I'm going to focus on what's visible. Let's say this 4. This 4 is going to be somewhere in this column, and essentially where it is, as in what row it's in, is going to be told to us by this cell here. So if this cell is 2, then this would be the 4. If that cell is 3, this cell would be the 4, and so on and so forth, although we've got columns, clearly with the puzzle clues are on the top and bottom, as well as rows with the puzzle clues on the 2 sides, left and right. Now, additionally, the grid is partially covered in fog. Placing correct digits will clear the fog from the surrounding cell, possibly revealing more clues. Now this is far best illustrated as part of the solution, which I will start solving in a moment. But essentially, as soon as we place the correct digit in here, let's say it's a 1, all of the adjacent cells, including the diagonals, will be revealed, possibly revealing more clues to help us solve the rest of the grid. Now, if you want to help Nala find her birthday gift, link will be in the description down below. How can you resist? You've got to. And with that said, let me restart the clock and see how we get on. I should mention that my dogs are getting groomed at the moment, so I will almost certainly going to be interrupted at some point. Now, a 10 cage means 1, 2, 3, and 4 because it's 4 different cells that add up to 10. There's no other way of doing it. Now, I'm going to say you can't put a 4 in here, because if I put a 4 with this clue at the top, what it's saying is there are 2 4s in the column. So unless the clue is 1, of which none of them are, we can never have a 1 in here. We can never have the number, in here. I think the answer is also we can never have a 1 in here. I was clearly saying 2 things at the same time. So can't have the digit in here. So I'm deliberately going to put a 4 because what that's saying is there's another 4 in here. And that's clearly, I know that's going to be incorrect. So these are not 4s. Now the other thing I was going to say is I don't think this is 1 either. Because if this is a 1, it's saying that it also happens to be a 4. Sort of a Schrodinger cell, which is both 1 and 4. So that's clearly not going to happen either. Now, I'm going to say a 3 is not possible. And I'm going to actually illustrate that, plugging it in. If I put a 3 in here, it means I have to put a 4 in there, and then I have another 4 in the same box. So that's not 4, that's a 2, that's the 4, that's a 2-4 puzzle. Sorry, that's a 2-4 item removed, and we have a 1-3 pair. Now remember what I just said earlier, this can't be a 1, otherwise it would also have to be a 5. That's a 3, that's a 1, and look at that, we're already revealing a lot of the grid. This is saying this is a 5, you know, the nth digit down, that's the 5. We have a 17 cage in here, and 6, 7, 8, and 9 left. And maybe the 17 cage, you know, I'm pretty sure this, you know, we can tell that this palindrome doesn't end here, but, you know, I have no idea what it is that ends in the fog of war. So it's got to be the 17 cage that's telling us what's next. Now, clearly 8 and 9 is too big. The minimum I can make this would be 3 with 1 and 2, meaning the maximum I can put in here is 14. So 9 is definitely out. I'm going to say 6 has to be there. 7 and 8 will be 15, plus 3, it's 18, that's too big. But these are not 6 either. Now, in any scenario, whether it's 6, 7 or 6, 8, I need a 1. Let me remove the 6 from the corner for a second so you can see that. Because that's 17, I'm either getting 13 or 14 in here. Meaning I need 3 or 4 as the sum of these 2 cells. And in any scenario, that means that will be the 1, and this is either 2 or 3. Can I do better? Yeah, that 5, remember these are connected, I did mention that earlier. I don't even know if it's connected that way, it could be all over the place, but it doesn't matter. This 5 and this palindrome ends here, and these are the 2 ends, they have to be the same digits. Yeah, you can see already that can't assume where the palindrome actually is. 5, still don't have a resolution for that, don't have a resolution for that. I know this is going to be the same digits as this, so this is 6, 7, or 8. 2 or 3 maybe? Let's think about the 2 for a second. So we know it's not 1, it's already given. It's not 2 because it would repeat in the same box or column. It's not 3. It's either 4 or 5. It's not 5 because it's in the column. This is a 4 and this is the 2. Brilliant. So these 3's, it's not 1, it's not 3, it would repeat. It's not 4 because we'd place a 3 in here, and obviously it's already placed in the row. So this is 5 onwards. I don't really want a pencil mark, that's too long for, in my opinion. This 2 though gives us the 3, which means this is a 6-7 pair. 4 plus 13 to get 17. This is a 8-9 pair. This is now 6 or 7 as well. One, 2, 3 here being placed means the 5 is not in any of these. Yeah, kind of a given, but when I place the 4, yeah, that's not helpful. It's not helpful yet. Maybe a bit of Sudoku, maybe. Yeah, 4s. This is a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 6, 7, 8, and 9. I'm not going to pencil mark that. But I will pencil mark this. Because I've already got, I only need 2, 8, and 9. There is 6, 7, and an 8, 9. But we already placed 2, 8, 9. So the 8, 9 is actually up here in this column. And this is a 6, 7 pair. And this is the remainder, which would be 1, 3, and 5. And we've already said this cannot be 1, this cannot be 3. This is the 5. Well, shame I can't sort of demonstrate that. The 5 tells us the 3 is here. Therefore, that's the 3, that's the end of the palindrome, that's the 1. That's another 6, 7, that's a 2, 8, 9. Just remember, these 2 cells have to be the same, these 2 cells have to be the same. The 6 is not here, it could be there. It's not there, not there, not there, and also not here because that would say 6 and 6. So 2, 6. Loving this puzzle. Normally these fog of war puzzles require a lot more thinking. This one seems to be flowing just a lot more easily than usual. So we have another 8, 9, and another, and 2, and both the 6 and 7s in here. I don't know if I want to pencil mark that, if I'm honest. This 3, so it's not 1, 2, 3. It's not 4 or 5. It's not 6 either, so 3s are not in any of these. It's not 9, so it's 8 or 9. Sorry, 7 or 8. So this is 7 or 8, and we have a 3 somewhere in here. Done the 6, done the 3, done the 2. Yeah, not yet. Maybe the 4 is actually the easier one. These are not 4. That's not 4. That's not 4. So the possible value as well, and that's not 4 because that would be 4 pointing to another 4. So this is either 5, 7 or 8. I will pencil mark that. Now this 5 here, it's not 1, 2 or 3. It could be the 4, could be the 6 as well, and sorry, it could be the 4, not the 5, but it could be the 6. So one of these is a 5 for sure. Very similar. This is not 1, 2 or 3. And therefore, yeah, it's 4 or 6. It can't be the 5. So we've got a 5 kind of X-wing in here. And this is a 4, 6 pair again. And therefore, this is the 5. You can see these 5s are eliminating these 2 columns. Well, these 2 are not 5s either. We've pencil marked them as such. This is the 5. Yeah. We need 1, 7, 8, and 9 in here. It'll be helpful to know what this cell is, but never mind. So I'm happy with this setup with this 4 and 6. This 5 now. So it's not in here because again 1, 2, and 3 are not available. It's not here because that's the 5 or there or there. So it's either 4, 6, not 6, place that, or 8. 4 or 8. Surprisingly restricted. And therefore there's a 5 either in here or in there. This would be another 5 in here, which is kind of totally fine. And we'll place a final 5 in there. All of that looks very possible. If that was, it wasn't the 4, look at these 5s. That would have required a 2 in here, which is not possible. So that's not 4, that is an 8. And therefore that's the 5, that's the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, that's the 5. We've already got all of these 5s now. And this 5 here eliminates this box, that's the other 5. Fantastic. I think we can just about do the 4 now. So this is 5, 7 or 8 we said. Here, here or here. No, can't do that yet. Very nearly revealed all the fog though. Very, very close to. Interestingly, this green is telling us it's connected all the way here. That's clearly not at 5 anymore. That's not the 5. That is the 5. And therefore that's the 4. Excuse me. That's the 4. That's not the 5. That's the 5. And I think at this point we've basically done... And here is Nala's gift, hidden in the corner. Kind of a corner. Hidden on the side, we'll call it. And we're very nearly done with all of the fog. It's just sort of Sudoku, palindromes, and if there are any more cages, which I don't really see, and we're done. Beautiful puzzle. What can I do here though? Can I do anything else to reveal this? Probably, no, I won't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we need 6, 7 and 9. That's 6, 7 or 9. That's not 6 either of them actually, that's not the 6 either. That is the 6. This looks like it ends in here. I mean, I guess it technically, no, it can't fold back because that would have put a 6 in there. That's the 6. Only one more fog of war. We will solve it. I am confident of this. Right, I guess let's do other things now. 6 is basically almost done. I know I say almost done and like, you know, I've only got 4 of them, but yeah, that's 7, that's 6, excuse me, 6, not 5, therefore that's 6. That's also another 6. That's, yeah, that is the 6. That's the 6. That's the 7. And yeah, that is all the 6, I think. 3 of them, 3, 3, ooh, yeah, that's 9 6s, we're good. Just having a look for kind of some obvious Sudoku that I'm missing, such as these 3s and these 3s are pointing to a 3 in here, a 3 in there. 3 along all of this, so there's a 3 somewhere in here. If it happens to be this is the 3, we'd repeat it in here, breaking these corner pencil marks. That's the 3 and that's the last fog of war revealed. Fabulous. Neither of these are 3s. We end up with 3s in here. We're done with 3s for now. 4s, almost, that's a 4, and therefore that's a 4. I'm going to say that's a 4. Why did I exclude this one? It's sort of this cell, so yeah, it's good to exclude that. All of these, all of that because of Sudoku, and again in here. So that is the 4. That's the 4, that's in the middle of this palindrome, so I don't get any other kind of freebies. That's all the 4s done though. 5s, yeah, 5s, surely it's nearly there. Is it nearly there? It's actually just solved. 6 is solved, 7. Yeah, I'm not sure if 7 is where I should be paying attention. 8s maybe? definitely not 8s, okay. And not 9s. Well, all right, let's start thinking about just normal Sudoku, I guess. Maybe we should do a few more palindromes. Yeah, let's do that. This is not a 3, therefore this is not a 3. That is the 3, and it's not a 3, that's the 3. We need something that goes in both of these cells. It's not 1. Could be 2, it's not 3, 4, 5, 6. Could be 7. Nope, 7, 9 in here. Could be 8 though. So this is 2 or 8. Still again can be 1. It looks of things could be 2, not 3, 4, 5 or 6 or 7 or 9. Could be not 8, it's not an 8 because of this 8 here. These 2, surely the 1s again. Of course it's going to be the 1s. We just haven't pencil marked any. Nope, that's not a 1. There you go, not 1 for a change. Could be a 2 though, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7, not 9. Presumably not 8 either, that's a 2. Therefore that's a 1, and therefore that's an 8. That's not an 8, that's 2 or 9 now. That's not an 8 either. 2 or 9 again. I think that's basically kind of palindromes done at this point. 9, 8, 8. We need 7 and 9 in here as well. Finish the box. We know what this digit is. It's a 7, I'm going to say. And therefore that's a 9, 7, 9, 7. 2s. Excuse me. Not a 2. It's an 8, 9 pair, 7, 9 pair. We actually have 9 looking at it. 7 and 9. We know what this is. That looks like a 7 to me. And this 2. Oh, one more palindrome, excuse me. It's not 1, it's a 9. That's the 1. That's an 8, therefore that's the 9. That's the 7. We know what this is. That's 1. We're basically at the finish line at this point. That's 9, 8, 1. We need 4 and 7. No, we don't need a 4. We need 7 and 8. 7, 8. 8 again. We need 1, 2 and 9. We know where to go. That's the 9. That's the 2. If I've not made any mistakes, that's the 1 in the solution to today's puzzle. Yay, the solution is correct. Nala found the gift. To her disappointment, it was already wrapped and she didn't dare to open it alone. What a lovely dog. So I guess I can feel a little bit comfortable now about my thumbnail, that it's totally fine to leave all of these puzzles around because Nala will not dare to open it alone. I absolutely loved it. Thank you very much, Sandra, for creating it. Hope you enjoyed Nala's birthday together. I feel like I'm overdue for a reveal, certainly for my dog. So once they get back from the groomers, I think the next recording I will absolutely introduce him to the channel. Hope you enjoyed today's puzzle and today's video, and bye for now.